Welcome to another video, you beautiful fucks. Welcome. It is Monday actually. I think I always do these on a Monday or Tuesday. It's Monday. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Football is back. EPL is back. Spanish Supercopa took place yesterday, and that's mostly what I want to talk about today, and a little bit of predictions. I didn't watch a lot of EPL, although I did end up catching Man City versus Arsenal. So yeah, let's get right to it. Barcelona, Sevilla, a rematch of last year's, Copa del Rey final, where, I think it was Copa del Rey final, where Barcelona just dismantled, just embarrassed Sevilla. I think it was like 4-0. Put the score up on the screen here. But yeah, I think it was 4-0. Barcelona was just on top. Messi was in a good moment. Luis Suarez, who I want to talk a little bit about, especially from yesterday, didn't look too good. He was playing well, and the Barcelona team was just clicking. Obviously, they had been eliminated from the Champions League, something that was shocking to the world. But yeah, I think it was two completely different teams. Granted, there were some players that were missing, just because of the World Cup final and whatever, right? Some players were still on vacation, or actually not on vacation, had just joined the team late and didn't play much. I think what stood out to me from yesterday's match, obviously it's the first game for both teams, right? So you don't want to jump the gun or make too many assumptions here, but it's almost professional athletes. You do have to take into consideration that they almost age in dog years, right? A whole season later could be a completely different player. And I'm referring to here Luis Suarez. Had himself, I guess last year in the Champions League, he went, I think, 9 games or so, something. It was a long stretch where he didn't score a goal. But he was still scoring in La Liga, so it wasn't that concerning. World Cup rolls around, he played, I think he was playing okay. There was that Russia game where he missed a handful of easy opportunities. But I think he still managed to score a couple goals in the World Cup. Fast forward to yesterday's match versus Sevilla. His first touch looked heavy. He just looked out of sync. I don't know if it's been a long summer and he's just slowly starting to get back into things. Or option B, reality. He's 31, 32. This is, for a lot of players, right? This is the tail end. He might have might be his last good year, depending, or that's it. Maybe another 2 years and then he calls it quits. But this is towards the end of the career. People have to remember that it seems so early, right? 32, 33, 34, hell, 35. Some players retire at. But these players play a ton of football. So could this be Luis Suarez last season as Barcelona's premier striker? I think so. I think Barcelona should have gotten rid of him and searched elsewhere, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So they're stuck with him. I saw a lot of Barcelona Twitter, all their fans on the platform complaining of how bad he was playing, and it was true. I saw a ball that Dembélé was cutting inside, and it was just a simple ball. He could have played it through, and Dembélé would just knocked it in. But the touch was super heavy and got to the goalie, and I mean, overall, Barcelona still ended up winning, but it wasn't without suffering, right? Sevilla had their opportunities. Match was 2-1. They could have tied it there at the end, 2-2, but it was a poorly executed penalty, I think, by Ben Yedder, or whatever his name is, or however you pronounce it. But yeah, Barcelona looks I think this is going to be the season where they depend solely on Messi. That's what it looked like yesterday. Even Messi looks a little bit tired, too much. I mean, you're not going to see that many runs from him. You're going to see maybe more through balls. So he's playing a lot of Jordi Alba was coming in from the wing and trying to cut in, and you saw a lot of those balls, like 3 or 4, trying to find him. You're going to see a lot of through balls from Messi. You're going to see him being the playmaker. I guess it just depends on what's around him, how Suarez responds. Can he get better as the season goes? Is Coutinho and Dembele finally getting a full season? Can they make an impact and help out Messi? It's gonna be fun to watch. I'm really excited for this season in all competitions. Really, I don't think there's a clear favorite in the Champions League. Although Juventus, with bringing back of Bonucci, strengthening that defense, and the addition of Cristiano, Dybala, Costa, and Pjanic and Khedira, they're going to be favorites. PSG, of course, always have a scope on them. But then in Spain, as a Real Madrid fan, I don't see Real Madrid as a favorite to win it. I just think this team is too thin. One injury to a big player and it could change everything. Barcelona, although they had the signing of Vidal gives them a little bit more depth. I think Vidal is a better player than Paulinho was. Granted, they were not similar players, but in the midfield with similar roles, I think Vidal creates a little bit more football. He's got a little bit more of that ruggedness, that character, although sometimes can be hot-headed. But I don't see a Spanish team winning the Champions League aside from Atleti. I think actually they're one of my favorites to win it. Atleti and Juve to me seem, and maybe PSG. I think maybe PSG can finally get that one. But yeah, before we get sidetracked, Barcelona, Sevilla. An exciting match. Like I said, the first match, maybe you don't want to be too critical, but maybe you also, it could be a foreshadowing of what's to come. Barcelona, and I think they're going to have their struggles as well. I just don't see. Sure, they lost an aging Iniesta, but he took off a little bit of that playmaking pressure off of Messi, and Messi was able to make more runs in, or maybe kind of float around a little bit and defend, and the defense would kind of lose Messi, and he could put a few in the back of the net. But we'll see how they respond. Obviously, they won it yesterday. But yeah, I think overall, I can't wait for La Liga, for the EPL, for the Champions League, for Serie A. And this Wednesday, there's the big UEFA Supercup. Atletico versus Real Madrid. Where I'm predicting an Atletico, I don't want to say something crazy lopsided, because I was thinking 3-0, but that was just kind of reactionary. I was like, holy shit, that would be pretty. That'd be Lopetegui out in a week. They'd probably kick him out in a week. I don't want to say that. Maybe a 2-1 Atletico victory, or maybe even a 1-0 Atletico victory. We know how great Cholo's teams have been defensively. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I just wanted to touch a little recap on yesterday's match. Barcelona and Sevilla. Sevilla they didn't have Nsonsi playing, who I guess wants out, either Roma or actually Barcelona. And maybe another English team might be interested in him. But yeah, he's a hell of a player to any club. But yeah, Sevilla, I think they could contend in Copa del Rey, maybe. La Liga. La Liga is going to be interesting this year. I think it's not going to be the gap isn't going to be as wide as it was last year, with Barcelona running away with it. That's for sure. So yeah, comment. Let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think of yesterday's match? What do you guys think on Wednesday? Who do you have winning? Atletico versus Real Madrid. And predictions. I would love to hear you guys' prediction, guys. Take care. Much love.